Okay, for this project, I'm just using Red Heart Super Saver, 4-ply worsted weight acrylic, and a size H 5mm crochet hook. You're also going to need a hot glue gun and some large googly eyes. And I started out with a chain of 16. And then this is going to be real easy. You want a single crochet in the second stitch from the hook, and then one single crochet in every stitch across for the length of the chain. Okay, when you make it down here to this end, in this last stitch down here, you want to go ahead and put 2 single crochets in that last stitch. Like that. And now we're just going to flip it over and we're going to start working down this back side of the chain. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting 1 single crochet in every stitch across the bottom side of the chain. Until you get to the other side. Okay, when you get down here to this end, the very last stitch, you want to put 2 single crochets in that stitch to match the other side. And now you're going to need some type of a stitch marker right here. I'm just going to use a piece of yarn and I'm just going to stick it right there. That way we know that this is the end and it's also the beginning of our next round. So now what we're going to do from here on out is we're going to go ahead and single crochet into the next stitch, and then 1 single crochet in every stitch around, just like this. And that's all that we're going to be doing until we get to the flat part anyways. It's just rounds of single crochet going around and around and around. And every time we get to the stitch marker, we just move it up and continue going around. So we don't have to slip stitch or anything like that when we work in rounds. We just continue going. And I went ahead and made it to my stitch marker again. And all you do is pull it out and move it up. And then you just continue going around again with 1 single crochet in every stitch. And I'm going to do this for a total of 9 rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll meet you when I get done with my 9 rounds. Okay, I made it around and I went around 9 times. And I made it back to my stitch marker and I just pulled it out. Now I'm going to start working back and forth to create a flap. So now I'm just going to chain 1 and turn, and I'm going to go across, putting 1 single crochet in every stitch. If you want to do this for like cash or something too, you could just adjust the length of your chain. That would work also. So just come over to here to about where you think the flap's going to flap over. to the end here. So I went all the way to the end. And then chain 1 and turn. And then I'm going to go into, not this very first one. This chain 1 kind of takes the place of that first one. So into this one. And work my way across again. With 1 single crochet in every stitch. When you get to the end, you want to make sure that you're going into the chain 1, because that counts as a stitch. It doesn't really look like it, but you got to make sure you go into it, otherwise it's going to be crooked. Now chain 1 and turn, and go across again. So I'm going to keep doing a few more rows of this. I'll let you know how many rows I do for the flap. But of course you can always do as many as you want. But I'll let you know how many I do in just a second. Okay, I went ahead and did 7 rows. It goes to about to here. But you can do more if you want. Or less, it's up to you. So now I'm going to go ahead and hide my tail. On the underneath side here. Just weave it in a few times. And you can clip it off. Okay. Now, to keep it shut, you can use a piece of Velcro. You can get some Velcro at Walmart, and that's in. Just stick it here and here. Or you can use these little snap buttons where you just sew them on and then it snaps shut. I'll probably get some Velcro and I'll just stick it right here, and that'd be the best way for me. Or you can even put a button on the outside if you want. But now I'm going to, we're going to put some eyes on him. The big eyes I got the large size. They're about 1.5 inches or 40 millimeters. But you can get bigger or smaller if you want. These were actually the biggest sizes they had. And then what I'm going to do is hot glue them on with my hot glue gun. See if it's hot enough yet. Just put a little bit on the back here. Hot glue works real well for yarn, I think, anyways. Just get them even. I'm only putting them on the flat part. Down, get them on there. Okay, now I'm going to make a nose and a hat. Okay, for the nose, I'm just going to make something really simple. You can really put a button there if you wanted to, but I'm going to chain 4 and then single crochet in the second from the hook, half double in the next, and then half double in the last. Something that's really easy. And then I'm going to tie this off, clip it, and I'm going to put it here. I'm actually probably just going to hot glue it on. So I'm going to clip these real short. Wish I had some better scissors. I always have the dullest scissors ever. And then put a little hot glue back here and hold them down. Stick to it. And put a little bit more. And then you can stick that to your fabric. Put it up here wherever you want it. I'm putting it on the flap too. Don't get it down below. That's supposed to resemble this carrot. I don't know. Kind of looks like a bird now. Kind of looks like a bird. Okay. Now, I got a credit card in here so I can see what size to make it. Now I'm going to get some black and I'm going to make him a mouth with my yarn needle. I'm just going to take a piece of string and I'm going to make it down here off of the flap. Just embroider a little mouth. However you want to do it. Whatever looks good to you. You can make him smiling or so I'm just going to keep going across, making him a little mouth like this. Okay, I got his mouth sewed on, and I'm going to make a hat now. So I'm going to, okay, for the hat, I'm going to start with a chain of 12, and then I'm going to single crochet in the second stitch from the hook, and then every stitch across the chain. Just like that. And when you get to the end, chain 1, turn, and then go across again, doing 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end. I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch, slip stitch into the second stitch, and then slip stitch into the third stitch. Now in that same third stitch, I'm going to go back in and do a single crochet. And then I'm going to single crochet across. Six times. And I'm going to chain 1 and turn. There should be 3 stitches left. And then I'm going to single crochet across this small row here. Oops. Splitting my yarn. And then I'm going to chain 1 and turn again. And now I'm just going to keep doing this till I get just a couple more rows. It's going to be his top hat. Make sure you're going into the turn chain. Probably do it one more time. For a total of 4 rows on the top part half. Like that. But you can do more if you want. It's up to you. Now I'm going to hide these tails real quick. Now to attach this, you can sew it, but all I'm going to do actually is put a small stream of hot glue right around the bottom here. And then I'm going to tuck it up underneath the eyes. Just like that. Hold it down there and get it to stick. Yeah, I went ahead and I had a little snowflake button thingamajig, and I went ahead and glued that on his hat as kind of like a reflection. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe and chat me out on Facebook. Until next time, have a good day.